Yeah, woohoo! I'm not going up these steps. I'm not gonna try it. Nope. I told you, up is not my thing. You in the comments, I heard you say chicken. I'm not a chicken. I just can't do it. When Begode came out with its 30 mile per hour Tesla, a lot of us attempted to push it beyond its 30 miles per hour. And then we quickly found out you should not push it too far beyond its 30 miles per hour. But we wanted to because of that immediate feedback you get from the wheel. The performance feedback. It seems like no matter what speed you got a Begode at, it was able to satisfy your desire and left you wanting more. So how do I feel? Oh gosh. Svenya fatavi fisavo vum venya venya Okay, sorry guys, I'm just gonna spare you the embarrassment. I just want to give thanks to Ewheels. Shout out to Ewheels for allowing me to use this wheel for review. I've had it for about a month now. A little bit more than a month, but because of the suspension issue, I haven't been able to ride it as much as I wanted. But after the fix, I've had my fill of Inmotion's power. So I just want to say Ewheels is a really good source for me. That's pretty much where I've gotten most of my wheels. The other ones were used, but these wheels came from Ewheels as well. And when I did buy them secondhand, they also had the Ewheels warranty. So Ewheels warranty is unmatched in my opinion, not because of how long you have it, but because of the customer service, which makes or breaks a company. So the customer service at Ewheels is top notch, and I think that will keep him going for a very long time. So I definitely recommend that you guys reach out to Ewheels for your EUC needs. All right, guys, enjoy the video. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I was thinking, how many times are we gonna hear that the V13 Challenger is too big and it won't win you any races? Now, the person who asked that question is quite reasonable if you ask me, because here's the V13. And it is a big wheel. Now, by comparison to another performance wheel from Begode, that is the EX30. The EX30 is 30 inches high, and this is 28.6, I believe, inches high. The width on the EX30 is 11 inches, about 1 inch wider than the V13, which is about 10 point something inches wide. Now, another benefit, or another noticeable difference, possibly, with the EX30 is how this is designed between your legs. This is tapered 2/3 of the way up, and it's very thin where it matters. Okay, now with that tiny comparison in mind, it still does not take away from the fact that the V13 is a monster. All right, it is big. Now, credit to Inmotion, guys, because what they've done is, in effect, transition themselves from a last mile EUC company to an all-out performance beast. I mean, look at it. Just look at it. It's designed for performance, okay? However, it makes sense why Inmotion would be the one to release such a wheel with all the safety mechanisms in place that no other EUC manufacturer could match at the moment. I mean, no other EUC company has been able to successfully enter the market of high voltage and current output, where users pretty much expect to push a wheel beyond 80% motor output with little worry and come out unscathed on the other side. And Inmotion has been able to accomplish this so far to date with minor complaints. And whether it's in the form of racing or off-roading with amazing jumps from one ramp to another, the ability to push the motor with very little worry is the ultimate goal to achieve. Inmotion has done that. And all of this was made possible with the development of the most advanced controller on the market, named the Raptor. The Raptor controller is Inmotion's first modular concept design, aiming to offer a big safety margin, compact and clean wiring management, IPX5 waterproofing, independent packaging, and easy maintenance. The Raptor controller mainly consists of 3 layers. These are the outer shell, the driver board, and the thermal conductive board. Motorcycle grade waterproofing connectors are integrated within the PCBA and are easy to plug in and out of the assembly. It is well sealed without any jump wire inside or outside, so it can easily be tested and transported. 18 capacitors are adopted, which is 6 times that of its predecessor. This generates much less heat, especially on uneven terrain, and the system is generally safer and more reliable. It also reduces impact stress and extends the lifespan of the battery pack. To ensure the driver board always has enough safety margin under any extreme conditions, Inmotion decided to use 42 MOSFETs with a nominal withstand voltage of 200 volts. That's 58 more than the Challenger's peak voltage, allowing for nearly 1,000 amps of continuous current. This means the Challenger can provide insane acceleration and deceleration without damaging the board. All the MOSFETs are installed directly on the 7.9 inch by 3.5 inch thermal conductive board, and 2 independent fans are used to cool down the board. Inmotion states that a no cutout experience is what they are striving for, and the Raptor was made for that mission. Now, in Challenger's recent history, there have only been 2 incidents of a cutout. One due to overlean via user error, which Inmotion have stated that they will fix in future updates, where the beeps will be much more pronounced and the intervals will be much shorter, giving the user plenty of time to back off. And the other was of a rider during early testing of the V13 while he was off-roading. But beyond that, there's been no rumors of any kind of a cutout from the V13.
Now, I've always stayed far away from big non-portable wheels, primarily because of the potential for cutouts. The Monster Pro has dominated the wheel space for a long time now, but I've always been wary of the weak motor during hard torquing. Inmotion's big wheel has not only come with a massive motor, but they've gone beyond what's needed in order to assure safety, and I've never been more obliged and excited to ride a big boy's wheel.
Yeah, woohoo! I'm not going up these steps. I'm not gonna try it. Nope. I told you, up is not my thing. You in the comments, I heard you say chicken. I'm not a chicken. I just can't do it. Now, clearly you can do steps with this. I don't recommend it because over time, if you do it a lot, you're gonna have to do a lot of maintenance or replace your shocks real fast. I don't mind going down. Up is not my thing. So while the suspension on this machine might not be the best, with my experience with Begode, I've always had the feeling that Begode pretty much offered me the maximum amount of performance I've always wanted in a machine. Without question, Begode is performance. But I've always had in the back of my mind a little bit of worry regarding its limits. And why is that? Because no one ever knew the true safety margins that Begode contained. We pretty much learned it by cutting out on our own, and by virtue of cutouts and the experience, the bad experience of others, we can then draw from those experiences to say, okay, we cannot push it beyond this limit, we cannot push it beyond this limit. When Begode came out with its 30 mile per hour Tesla, a lot of us attempted to push it beyond its 30 miles per hour. And then we quickly found out you should not push it too far beyond its 30 miles per hour. But we wanted to because of that immediate feedback you get from the wheel. The performance feedback. It seems like no matter what speed you got a Begode at, it was able to satisfy your desire and left you wanting more. But like I said, it's the safety that mattered to me. Hence why I kept pushing it constantly, trying to find out what those maximum limits were. Now with Inmotion, I don't have that concern at all. Inmotion boasts a 20% safety margin from 100% down to 80% battery. And on top of that, my favorite of all is indeed the tilt back, which Begode has not yet implemented past 30 miles per hour on their wheels.
Now, adding forceful feedback to any EUC is by far the best safety feature I can think of, and it goes beyond my understanding as to why all EUC manufacturers wouldn't include that as a standard on all their machines. In the world of EUC, forceful feedback is equivalent to an automobile not having a rev limiter on their engines. Imagine race car drivers having to accelerate as fast as possible till the engine blows. Now, what Inmotion has done is implement something akin to a rev limiter on a car, where the engine won't go any further no matter what the potential. And on top of that, they've even added a 20% safety margin, just to be sure.
Now, with that said, what I'm interested in is more than just that 20% safety margin, because I can always set a safety margin on my Begode via the EUC World app. Not the same, but it helps. But what I am interested in is that tilt back feature. Let's give it a shot. Let's set it up to 30 miles an hour and see how effective the tilt back really is.
So we're gonna set this to 30 miles an hour. 29 is good.
So with the tilt back set to 30 miles an hour, what I'm looking for is a combination of safety now. There's a 20% safety margin from 100% to 80% battery. I'm at 87% right now. Now, they didn't say whether this was under load or not. I'm going to assume it's not under load. But anyway, let's see how effective that tilt back really is. Because remember, my wheel is already set to 3 degrees backwards. So is this going to be of no effect at all? Or am I going to exceed the 30 miles an hour in case 20% does not exist in case of unlocked wheels or whatever, which would result in a cutout. All right, go. Woo! Yes. Yes, the tilt back is pronounced. I can feel it. So what's helpful is right before the tilt back is triggered, there are several beeps. So if you're not wearing an earbud or whatever, good for you. But wow, freaking fantastic. Let's give that a try again, because I pulled back when I felt it. Let me keep going. Go. Woo! Come on, go, go, keep going. Interesting, go, go, go. Okay, so it's not what I expected. At 29 miles an hour, there is feedback, but it's not so pronounced. In fact, it almost feels as if the pedals go back to normal. Now, while I don't like the fact that the tilt back feels as if it's giving up a little bit, I do feel it. And that alone is enough to alert the rider to pull back from the presets that he's already set. So, 2 thumbs up. So, what does this mean for the rider? Well, here's what it means. It means I could set this to 40 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour, whatever I want up to the limit, and at least reduce my worry about overleaning or over torquing or over speeding. I still think there should be an alert, some type of physical alert for over torquing, because over speeding is different than over torquing, in case you guys don't know. Over speeding, you're gradually getting there, but you're still going past the motor speed. That's what the tilt back is for. Over torquing is you're at the limit and you're leaning hard into the wheel. So at that point, that 20% margin, especially if you're below 80%, doesn't seem to matter anymore. So it would be nice to have more harsh feedback for over torquing. That would help a lot. But just to know that you can ride the wheel up to 50, 56, in some cases with the unlock at 61 miles an hour, and have that level of safety, it's freaking beautiful, man. All right, so I did a couple speed runs, and each time I did a speed run, I had to keep reminding myself this is a 45 watt motor, 10,000 peak. And plus my pads are not like real torque pads, they're speed pads. So I had to do my best to do it in this short 0.2 miles. Here we go. Ugh. So how do I feel? Oh gosh. Ugh. Oh. Power for days. This thing feels instantaneous. Exactly what I expected from Inmotion. Oh, the power just keeps going. Now for me personally, I had to tilt the wheel back 4 degrees because I have speed pads, not torque pads. The thing is, when I'm leaning real hard forward, the wheel is leaning forward, right? So when I go to lean more, to torque it more, I don't have the support or leverage I need from the pads. So it's kind of scary. So I tilted back 4 degrees to help with that, and it helped a lot. 49 miles an hour in this little tunnel, 0.2 miles, fifth of a whole entire mile. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
So you tell me, guys, what's the point of having so much power only to miss out on all of this glory in a city of streets? I did 4 speed runs with actual traffic on a path where mopeds are allowed to traverse. With all of the research and development done by Inmotion and other EUC companies, we can now put this to the test. This is a demonstration of lightning speed EUC technology developed over years, from last mile 13 mile per hour ultra portable wheels to wheels that far outpace the majority of mopeds and scooters in the PEV market. On these speed runs, I've been able to achieve speeds up to 56.6, sometimes 57 miles per hour, and there was more I could have accomplished. Guys, welcome to the future.
Holy smokes! What? I didn't even feel it. All right, guys. So 56 miles an hour, 56.6. What's interesting, like I said earlier, I did not feel the tilt back, but at no point did I feel the wheel was giving up on me. At no point did I feel insecure. But then again, always remember, it's technology. We never trust it 100%. You know what I'm saying? But wow, man, we got 1,575 average power, and then 56 miles per hour. So what's interesting is this thing was at 98% battery, and with that little run I did from my house to the tunnel, it's down to 84% already. So battery is abysmal. And the total miles was 6 miles. So within 6 miles of hard riding, I was able to destroy the battery, bring it down to 84%. So I think Inmotion might have to do a few changes, and these changes might be getting rid of that heavy motor, because that heavy motor is adding to the weight of the wheel, which again increases battery consumption as well. So there we go, 56 miles an hour, no sweat. Oh, I can't hear you, sorry, hold on. Got my earbuds on. What's going on, guys?
How heavy is that?
What's that?
How heavy is it?
This one's pretty heavy. This is 110 pounds.
We think it'd be great to put on a sailboat to get around, but
Go to ewheels.com.
E-wheels?
Ewheels, electric wheels, so ewheels.com. This is just one of the biggest ones. They have much smaller ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it easy to ride?
Once you learn it, it's easy to ride.
Okay.
And there are people older than you doing this.
Really?
Absolutely, 100%. I almost fell trying to show off with my one leg. Isn't that how it usually goes, though? Wake up, wake up! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Now that I've done 56 miles an hour, guys, you think I care now? No. Me no care one bit, no. Because this be good. But the battery, man, it's gotta be fixed. Yee! Like I said, there's wind, but I don't feel any effects of that wind because of how heavy this machine is. That's the benefit to the weight. Where's those bad bumps, dude? Lamborghini. Ah! Wee-hee. What's up, guys?
Hello, what's up?
What's going on?
Hello, welcome to Miami. Very nice.
Huh?
Welcome to Miami.
Yeah. You guys want to race?
Oh,
Why not? You got nothing? But nice car, man.
thank you.
Very nice.
You're not hot on it?
Huh?
You're not hot and all that?
No. Once you start, it's easy and fun, man.
You're on in the highway?
Yeah. No. Freeway. The highway is illegal. Have fun, guys.
Chill.
Later.
Safe.
Yeah, thank you. Woo! What's up, man? This is awesome.
Alright guys, so just as a reminder, this wheel is not meant for true off-roading or crazy jumping. These streets, as you can see, are terrible, and in many cities that is the case. So I made a slow motion video so you guys can see how this thing absorbs the terrible streets, terrible potholes that exist in many cities. And for that purpose, that suspension is perfect. Okay? However, over time, if you end up going through roads like this, expect lots of maintenance. But overall, this is a street wheel and it's doing a great job as designed.
That's what it's for. All right, guys, time for some housekeeping. Certain things I didn't mention, let's cover it now. The turning radius on this thing is pretty good because of how high the pedal is. Check this out. Whoa, look at that. Yes. Whoa, look at that. A bird egg. A bird hatch, guys. You know the interesting thing about bird eggs? They're always pretty. So, very good turning radius. Another crazy quirk I have about this wheel is this. Listen. Yeah, I don't like that. I ended up hearing it in my videos because I always have my AirPods on, but I ended up hearing it during my replay or editing of videos, and there's this clunky sound. Now I'm not sure if it's because I have to tighten the dampeners or whatever, but either way I'll have to figure that out. But Inmotion did say they will be improving their suspension to include linkages and stuff like that, similar to what you've experienced in other wheels like the Master. They might even go the Sherman S route. We don't know. The point is they won't be going with this anymore. And I agree. Good riddance to these types of shocks, although they're not bad. They're really good for the road. If I'm wrong in how this was set up, then, you know, forget everything I just said. But it's not for off-roading anyway. So for these types of pads, you need to cover the entire surface of the V13 or any other wheel that you have, because here's what I'm experiencing. It keeps coming off. If I push forward, look at this. See? This part keeps coming off. So if I really go to push, this happens. You don't want that. Now, I'm not sure if it's because this type of Velcro is not strong enough, but I never had that experience with my custom pads because my custom pads are huge and there's no gap in the center. So there's continuity where grip is concerned. Definitely something to think about. You don't want to go jumping somewhere and then it just comes off, you know. You guys probably never experienced that, but it's just something I had to mention. But when the pads are secured, holy smokes, they're freaking great. I love them. All right, some people were unhappy with the type of tire, including me, that this thing came with. But guys, I'm on dirt right now, so that's the benefit. There's gravel, pavement, grass, and crazy, holy smokes, off-roading trails that you can easily climb without worrying about skidding. So yeah, there's a benefit. All right, I'm on top of the stone. Top of the rock. This might be a little dangerous, but let's see how oh wow, look at that. Whoa. I'm kind of nervous to go real fast because I don't want to slide and I don't want this thing to fall on me, dude. It's freaking heavy. But anyway, whatever. Beautiful wheel, isn't it? Yes. So that's the benefit, guys. You have pavement, then you have grass. Woo! So here you go. Stability. So now that I think about it, it's not a bad... Whoa, 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 go ahead. Ah! Yes, that was great. Woo! I got a safety margin with that crazy jump, dude. Oh, that was great. Now we got sand again. Are we gonna fall? See, I can safely do this. I can safely do this on sand, okay? If I was on my MSP doing this, that thing would go nuts, skidding all over the place without the right tire. So, yes, so, can this do off-roading? You can do whatever you want. Whoa, you can do whatever you want. Nice kite. Yeah, love it. Yes, so yes, slight off-roading, guys, nothing too crazy. Don't recommend it. Don't recommend it at all. Oh, see, pads came off again. I need the whole surface area. Ah, more steps. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh shit, oh shit. I literally I was caught between doing it and not doing it. Oh man, because I was trying to do my settings. I was trying to put slow mode on. So let's do this in slow-mo. So the answer is you can absolutely do off-roading. The tire is right, the suspension is okay, but all I gotta say is if you intend to do constant trail riding that's very aggressive with rocks and all that stuff, just expect to do a lot of maintenance, you know what I'm saying? Because this is not the type of shocks you would expect for true off-roading. This is a street wheel and light off-roading. All right, guys, well, this is the end. There are certain things I would like to say about this wheel in closing. I'm not gonna make it long, just, you know, make it short and spiffy for you guys. So, what don't I like about this wheel? Minor things, actually. Number one, the battery. The size of the battery needs to improve. That goes without saying because I don't like being teased. This thing has all the potential I need, but it teases me. It says, hey, go, 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 and then all the battery is gone, and within 30 miles or less, you're down to 50, 40, maybe even 40, 30% battery, which leaves you wondering, can I push it even harder? I haven't done below 40% testing, but, you know, it's not my wheel. I'm not trying to destroy the thing, you know. I'm pretty confident that it should be able to do at least 50 miles an hour, but not with hard torquing. I can't imagine that. So that's one thing I absolutely hate. The second thing I hate is that if you charge this battery to 100% and you leave it at your house for like a week, even half a week, well, the battery drains real fast. Now that could be because whenever this thing is charging, there's a green light on in the back. You could see it through this gap right here in the back, right above the mudguard, and it's always on. My guess is that draws some energy. Apparently the energy that it draws is very significant because these are 18650 cells. It's the same as my MSP. If I charge my MSP to 100%, I leave that thing for a month, I might lose 2%. Might lose 3, maybe 5% in a month. Maybe, not, I'm really being generous here. So that's not good. That needs to be fixed. Another thing I don't like, and this has nothing to do with Inmotion actually, but this E-Ride's pedal, like I said, is the best pedal I've ever experienced in my whole entire EUC life because of the heel toe assist. The problem is I can't fit it on here as it should fit because only one washer fits within the grooves. And the washer that fits is not even from E-Rides, it's from Inmotion. It's the original Inmotion pedals. So the original Inmotion pedals are terrible. But, you know, so the reason it doesn't work properly is because if I tighten it, after like maybe less than a mile of riding, if you encounter too many bumps, this thing gets really loose, see? And you have to tighten it up again, so. Not the wheel's fault, but just something I wanted to mention. There are some warning signs on here that come on. The one that came on the first time was the battery is not properly charged. I don't remember what it was, but either way, it was saying be careful, some batteries are not fully charged. And the second warning I get is device is not powered off properly. Please be careful. Now, someone in the comments did say that has to do with the app that you're using. So if you didn't turn off your app before turning this off, it throws a code. So that could be it. I don't like the seat. The seat, in terms of its upright position, okay, how it makes you feel, the posture is perfect, but it's rounded and it's very slippery, very slippery. You could fix that by just, you know, either sanding it down or maybe getting some type of top layer for it, but it's very slippery, guys, very slippery. Change your pants. And another thing I don't really enjoy is that knocking sound that I mentioned earlier from the suspension. I really hope it has to do with my adjustments, but if not, then I don't really hate the shocks. A lot of people talk about how terrible the shock is because it's not like other shocks, but I like it. It's just, I gotta figure out how to get rid of that clunking sound. Yeah, so another thing I don't like is where the sensor is placed, because when you're riding in the night, there's this thing called street lights, and when you come within close proximity to the street lights, it doesn't stay on, it turns off, which is annoying. And sometimes when you leave the street light, it takes a while to turn on again. So there's not much more I hate about this wheel. I love this wheel. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it an 8.5. I say a strong 8.5, mainly because of the battery. The price is really up there, you know what I mean? And the number one cost, in my opinion, for wheels is the motor and the battery. Now, a lot of research did go into that Raptor board and the overall production of this wheel, but hey, you're not gonna charge someone so much money for so little. Unfortunately, I can't go with that. It reminds me of the Lexus LFA. They built a car that was just meant to demonstrate the engineering prowess of Toyota, that they were able to enter the supercar market. And this is similar to that. It's like a, you know, unicorn from Inmotion. They built an amazing wheel just to demonstrate that, hey, we can do it too, but at major costs. The cost being that the range is pretty subpar, insanely subpar. This was at 100% this morning. I just did a little bit of riding. Let me see how much miles I've done. 6 miles, and the percentage is already at 87%. And yeah, so the maximum power draw is only 865 watts. We are at 122 volts, 87%, 6 miles. That's not good. That's terrible. And again, I did not do any crazy torquing. Imagine me riding throughout Boston all day with this. Wouldn't happen. Now, what I love about this wheel is going to be very simple. Everything else, okay? Everything else I absolutely love about this wheel. So no need to go in depth. So, who is this wheel for? It's for anyone who wants it, to be honest. But if you're looking for long range, not your wheel. If you're looking for performance and don't care about long range, this is a really good wheel. Why? Because we have other performance wheels out there, but not all of them gives you the assurance you're looking for in a wheel. Okay, if you really care about safety, this is where you have to go. Safety is, you know how like the GOAT is known for its performance? Inmotion with this particular wheel has demonstrated their core value is safety, and everything else like performance, reliability, all that stuff comes way below. So shout out to Inmotion, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy yourself, whatever you're doing today. Today is beautiful. It's like a beautiful day right now. Really good day for riding. But if I were to go riding more, it wouldn't be with you. It would be with the Master Pro, unfortunately, because that wheel has range for days. So a lot for you to work on, but freaking great first attempt. Shout out to Inmotion, guys. See you on the next one. Happy riding. So, big wheel, right? Well, guess what? You can still do your cool stuff on such a big wheel. Yep, one leg. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep. It's big, but very manageable. Yes. It's not big and annoying. It's big and manageable. So, Here you have it. Whoa, whoa. Ooh. Ah.
Is that something new?
Yeah, well, you know, it's 5 years new. But this one is brand new. Yeah.
Controller on your phone?
No. No. With your body. You just lean, you know. This is just to push it around.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yep, this is how I stand.
side?
Yeah, I stand on it like this, you know. And this is just to push it around, so when I put it down, I sit on this or stand whatever I want, you know. It's pretty sick, isn't it?
What's it, one wheel?
Yeah, one wheel.
Unicycle.
Electric. Look at her reaction.
How far can you go?
Huh?
One charge.
On this one, it depends on how you ride. If you ride at like 30 miles an hour, maybe like
go
70
that
miles.
far?
Huh?
It go that far?
Faster. This one's 56. But you can unlock it to 61.
Yeah.
Yeah.
61 miles an hour on that thing.
Well, yeah.
60.
Learn something new every day.
No, you can't go on the highway. No, you'll definitely be pulled over.
Where's your other foot? Where's your feet go? Oh, you got
On the pedals, yeah.
Jesus. Balancing.
That was fast. Well, it's balancing. It balance like right now. Look, it's balancing right now.
I'm horrified. I'm not quenching you. Like,
So this is the reaction of the public.
Mind if I take a photo?
Go ahead. Yeah, I don't think it minds either.
That goes 60 if you unlock it.
If you unlock it, yeah.
I would.
Well, that's why the tire's
You
so
didn't
big.
get people going 60 in their car. Never mind that thing.
I know.
Yeah, I went skydiving in Florida twice.
Oh, really?
14,000 feet.
Would you do this? That says it all, man. That says it all. That says it all. So there you go. The reaction of the public. The Inmotion turns heads. Now I've been outside with a lot of other wheels. I got reaction, but not that exciting. This reaction was pretty intense. So if you take a look at it right now from this angle, I mean, obviously this does turn heads, right? So.